What's happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. I hope you are doing awesome today. We have an exciting unboxing to get into. This is something that a lot of us have been waiting on to come out. It will be out very soon. This I bought off a good buddy, Kevin, over at Lefty EDC. He was sent one, and then I bought it off of him, and we're about to get into it. I am really excited, if you can't tell. So we'll go ahead and get into this guy using the brand new Civivi and GTC collaboration, the Hypersonic. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Not a huge fan of steel handles, but I've made an exception, and this is definitely one of those exceptions. It's got incredible action, incredibly thin behind the edge, nice thin blade stock, very comfortable, great size. I'll link the unboxing up in a card if you have not seen it yet. So let's get into this guy. And we are dealing with Kevin's packaging, so it's kind of hard to tell. We might have to cut through like 6 layers of packaging material here, which I'm all right with that because it ensures that it gets to us safely. So this is a big old box. I thought maybe there was like added packaging or something in here, but it is just the box. What else we got in here? Oh, good old Kev. Sent in some schwiggity swag. There we go. If you're not subscribed to Lefty, but you're subscribed here, you definitely need to go over and check old Lefty out. He's a great dude. So what we have is a CJRB. And can you guess what it is? So we have their new packaging, of course, which is great. I think CJRB has done the best with their packaging upgrade. You have a nice zipper case here. And what we have is a pyrite. But it's not just any old pyrite. This is the Pyrite XL. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And we have the warranty here, the regular pyrite, and look at that. So this bad boy, you have their nice G10, it's black G10. You have their standard deep carry steel rollover clip here. Came nice and centered. This thing is awesome. So we are getting an added inch overall when it closed. So we'll move the worn cliff out of the way. We'll move the drop point out of the way for now. Let's give this a flick and see what she looks like. Ooh. Open construction. You have 2 standoffs. Wow. All right. So I assume I like the drop point configuration. The original one has been out for probably about a year now, or getting close to a year, and I love it. It's thin, it's lightweight, got a nice usable drop point blade. But even back then, I remember thinking, I might have even said, man, it'd be nice to have a bigger one. And sure enough, within a year, they gave us a bigger one. I prefer this size right here. It is right up my alley. So let's go from here. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 3/4 a handle, 5, 6, 7, 8 3/4 overall. Man, that is just a great, great size. So to put that in perspective, the hypersonic here, which is also a big knife, is coming in almost identical to the XL Pyrite, which shows you that the hypersonic is actually a good size knife as well. So if you have a hypersonic and you are looking forward to getting the XL Pyrite, that's exactly the size you're going to get, but you're going to have that drop point blade. It is stone washed. It is coming in their AR RPM 9, their powder coated steel that is proprietary to CJRB, dual thumb studs for deployment. You have their great button lock action. Yeah. Flinging that big old blade out of there feels awesome. Totally different feeling than flicking this guy out. So I'm assuming maybe before the year's up, we will see the Warney Pyrite in an XL configuration as well. I would love to see the Warney Pyrite XL. That would be awesome. I'm sure there's been enough interest in an XL version of this, and I have to believe that it won't be long until they're coming out with one. Now, I know they're going to be doing a bunch of different steel configurations and handle configurations for the Pyrite series, but I am completely happy with the standard XL version. I mean, plenty of handle, for large XL size hands, even bigger hands than that. You're going to have tons of room on this guy. Uh, Very nice neutral handle, just like it's the original Pyrite, just scaled up in every which way. I mean, you have a little bit bigger of a button. Everything is just a little bit bigger. And I like this shadow box look that the handle is giving you there. It's nice and comfortable. There's a lot of texture there. Let's move that stuff out of the way. You have some nice texturing on that G10, so it'll give you a lot of grip there. Give you a little close-up. Nice satin hardware. Stonewash blade. The edge looks very well done. Nice and even all the way across the board. You have this like 50-50 area that would be great for like fine detail work, stuff like that. Of course, you can get in there for an index cut, pinch grip. You'll be able to get in there and do some detail work like that. Action, that typical CJRB button lock action. I would say this is better than the original Pyrite, the Warney Pyrite. Is it? It's not better than. So it's still not better than the Riff. The Riff has just an incredibly stout detent. So to put that in perspective, if you have the Riff, I mean, it's bigger than the Riff. It's going to be bigger than the Cord. The Cord is also a good size knife. Doot, doot, doot. So there you go. If you have any one of those, let's say you don't have one of those, but you have an Echo. There it is up against the Echo. It just looks like it's over the line. It's not. So you're going to be getting, an inch and a quarter more of total knife over the Echo. Now that is the liner lock edition. I also have the button lock, which is going to be, the same size, but I'll throw it up here just for comparison's sake. I love the Echo in this configuration. If you don't have any of the new CJRBs, but you have some of the old ones. There is the Scoria. There is the original CJRB button lock feldspar. So, I mean, it makes those knives look small, which is pretty incredible because the feldspar is a great size. I love this one. I think they did an excellent job on their first button lock. The Scoria is also a beast, but this is everything that everyone has been hooting and hollering about for the last couple of months or longer. They finally gave us the XL Pyrite, and I know there is a lot of eyes on this knife. A lot of people have been craving this knife, and I would say it lives up to its expectations. I'm not sure what the retail is going to be for this knife. I'm going to guess around $65 in that neighborhood. I'm guessing it could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more. I don't see them going over 70 with this one. I don't see more than 70, I don't think. So for that, I think this is great. Uh, I think this is very, very nice. The added handle length, the added blade length. I mean, when you get this in hand, you feel like you have a substantial pocket knife. Not that you don't with the original one, the original Pyrite, but like with me, I have a little bit bigger hands. So, you know, and it's comfortable, but you just don't quite have the room. You know, you're just getting a taller blade, a longer blade, more handle. They're still keeping it nice and thin, though, for us. It's hard to beat. You have a nice amount of width here, though. So if you do have bigger hands, it's going to fill them up pretty nicely. This is definitely my speed right here, being that it's over 8 inches. This is right up my alley. And then, of course, the lefty guys will have a good time with this one as well. You have a reversible pocket clip there, so you can switch this over. And the other cool thing is you can put a CJRB branded titanium clip on here. You can put a Civivi branded clip on here if you would like. This is more of what the CJRB one looks like here. And then you have your Civivi branded one here. I think either one would be a great option. I'll have to look and see if they have other styles of the CJRB clip. Stonewashed would look pretty good. That's more of like a bead blast almost. So I don't know that it would match up very well. I'm sure they have other flavors though of the titanium pocket clip. I don't know what more else to say about this thing. I think it's excellent. I'm excited to see what CJRB has to come because they have just been knocking it out of the park for the last year. Since they put out the original Pyrite, they have just come out with a bunch of phenomenal knives. And the Echo is probably my favorite so far this year. It's either the Echo or the Riff for my favorite of the year. But this, now I haven't had this, but I could see this working its way up into the #1 or #2 spot for sure. Just that pure size is going to draw me in. I mean, you can put the Echo inside of that knife and have plenty left over. Yeah, this is very well done. And if they do a premium version of the XL Pyrite, I will probably be all in on this guy. The fit, the finish, the action. I'm a big fan. Since we know Kevin didn't do any cutting with it, why don't we see what the edge feels like here? Woohoo! Yes. Wow. That is nice. Come on, don't mess with me, paper. Don't mess with me. It's floating through that stuff like butter. Oh man. That came with a nice edge on it. And I'm sure Kevin cut some stuff with it. I was just kidding. But man, that came with a nice edge. It's nice and thin. All the way from the blade stock to the edge. Full flat grind. Yeah, this is definitely a winner from CJRB. Another winner. So there it is one last time next to the Pyrites and the Echo. Definitely a big boy. That thing is sweet. That'll do it for this one, guys. I will link up 2 more videos if you want to check those out. Highly recommend going over and checking those out. I'll link the unboxing for the new Echo and the Civivi Hypersonic. Go check those out. If you're new here, go ahead and click that GBALL Vision logo. I would love to have you here. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.